8 simple ways to work smarter, not harder. The world's most successful people are working smarter, not harder. It's the only practical way to accomplish all your goals in a reasonable amount of time. Regardless of your chosen industry or career path, there are a fixed amount of hours that you have available for work. In some cases, you might be able to work a few more hours to accomplish more. But eventually, you hit a limit where there simply isn't enough time in your day or even energy in your brain and body to get things done. So, what's the answer here? How can you accomplish more while working the same or even less hours? Work smarter, not harder. Find ways to get the most results from the same amount of work by employing smarter work strategies. Here are 8 simple ways to work smarter, not harder. Number 1. Start with a proof of concept. When you're starting on a new project, it is hard to know if it will work out or not. You may be confident in your new business idea or feel really good about the new side hustle you're working on, but you can never be 100% sure about it. At the same time, you definitely don't want to commit, work really hard for months or years, only have the whole thing bust in the end. That's why you'll be doing a proof of concept, POC, first. A POC is a mini version of the project that you want to do, for the purpose of getting a better idea of if it will work. You try the smallest, most basic version of the project to see if it works at least to some degree. Then, once you've verified that you're on the right track, you can go all in on it with full confidence since you know it's been proven. Instead of investing your life savings into that new app idea, make the bare bones version and show it to a couple of friends or family members. They'll quickly be able to tell you if it sucks or if it has potential. If you're unsure about a certain industry you might want to get into, go to a couple of local or online meetups, or even join an online forum like Reddit. You'll quickly get a vibe for the work and the people, which are really a signal for if it's a fit for you. By trying out a smaller version first, you're able to get a feel for how likely your project is to work and how much you like it. If it seems great, you can confidently commit to it and do really well. If it seems not so great, you can easily drop it before having sunk a lot of time and energy into it. Number 2. Work in your circle of competence. We all have certain things we're good at and that we like, and others that we're not so good at and don't like. You're not going to be supremely talented in everything. It makes perfect sense to focus on the things that you have knowledge of and are really good at. Charlie Munger has a really great quote for this. You have to figure out what your own aptitudes are. If you play games where other people have the aptitudes and you don't, you're going to lose. And that's as close to certain as any prediction that you can make. You have to figure out where you've got an edge. And you've got to play within your own circle of competence. It's a simple concept. If you play against the chess world champion, Magnus Carlsen, it's going to be a wash. But you can probably beat him at cooking, coding, marketing, or something else that you're really good at. You play the games that you know you can win and make big achievements. Knowing and working in your circle of competence allows you to play at your strengths. You leverage those strengths to give yourself a big advantage, rather than trying to work on weaknesses that will take a lot of hard work to become successful in. Figure out what you know how to do and then focus your time and energy on that. If you're really good at or enjoy selling, then make a career out of it. If you love to code, then code. Keep focused on your strengths and interests, as those are the things that you can stick with long term and become supremely successful in. If you don't know what you're good at yet, you can always do a proof of concept and try it out for a month. You'll know once you've found your thing because it naturally clicks well. Number 3. Use small habits. We all know that good habits are, well, good for us. But they are also incredibly hard to build. It's hard to eat healthy for the entire week or read for 1 hour each day or any of those great habits that people talk about. But we can start off small and build our way up by using small habits. Instead of trying to have a healthy diet, start with just never letting soda into the house. After you do that for a week, replace the white bread with whole wheat. And so on with removing or replacing one bad thing each week. Instead of trying to read a book a week right away, read just 1 page per day. Then after a week, increase it to 2 pages a day. Then 3, then 5, and so on until you're reading and learning more than ever before. Building up small habits is way easier than trying to establish the big habits right away. It requires a lot less willpower, so you never find it as hard. Reading just 1 page a day will take you 2 minutes. But the idea is that over time, this will add up tremendously. That's a lot better than continuously trying and failing to read a book in a week over and over again. James Clear writes in his book Atomic Habits, "You should be far more concerned with your current trajectory than with your current results." Think of this crazy number. If you were to improve your life by just 1% each day, then after a full year, you would be over 37 times better. The math works like this. 1.01 cubed equals 37.78. The goal should always be long-term improvement and growth, and that goal is a lot easier to achieve with small habits rather than big ones. It'll save you a whole lot of time trying and ultimately lead to more long-term success. Number 4. Pareto Principle. The Pareto Principle, also known as the 80-20th rule, states that 80% of results typically come from 20% of the work. That means that there is a small subset of the work we do that actually accounts for the results we are getting. This is important to understand in our discussion about working smarter, not harder. Your 20% work that gets 80% results is very efficient and totally worth the effort. Yet that extra 80% of harder work that only gets you 20% results is very inefficient, even wasteful. Conventional wisdom is not to put all of your eggs in one basket. 80-20th wisdom is to choose a basket carefully, load all your eggs into it, and then watch it like a hawk. Richard Koch. Working smarter is all about finding out what your 20% work is, that small subset of tasks that get you the majority of your results. Once you find them, focus fully on them to maximize your work efficiency.